Hello, everyone. I'm Renown Zero, and we are back yet again talking about detractors. We have one individual in particular who consistently goes after the Soska sisters. It seems like he has nothing better to do, even though he claims to have a wife. Clearly, he's not getting enough loving at home, if you catch my drift. So he has to constantly attack creators simply because they work for the Rippaverse and he wants to go out there and do the dirty work for a certain creator and just goes out and attacks them constantly, still on this tirade for about 3 or 4 days now. And we're going to get into all of that, as well as a couple other tweets from Buster Baxter, who decided he's going to put his name into it once again because he'll never stop talking about Rippaverse. And these guys are literally obsessed over Eric July creating a comic book company. It's the least controversial thing he's ever done. He didn't go after him for when he has his politics. No, when he made a comic book company and became the most successful guy in indie comics, that's when these weirdos decided to come out of the woodwork and constantly attack him. So before we get into it, as always, you can go to the Riververse store, pick up your merch. They got the new Braxwell shirt. They have ISOM 1 for 20. They have ISOM 2 for 35. They have Alpha Core number 1 for 28. You can also pick up your Alpha Core posters, beanies, sweatshirts, and shirts, as well as your favorite part shirt and a Riververse Comics hoodie. Moving on over to Blade Devil 2, Chains of Blood, currently sitting at 150k, 1,600 backers. You can get the 3 combo pack here of cover A, B, and C. They all come with cards. You can also get cover D as an add-on, which is the limited summer wraparound cover. You can see some art, that more anime and manga style type of book. This book is for you. I highly recommend it. Blade Devil 1 was fantastic. I can't wait to get Blade Devil 2. 2 supplemental stories, as well as 69 pages of story with your book, as well as you'll get foil covers for all your books. So you got cover A, cover B, cover C, and what I like to call cover D. Get in on Blade Devil 1 if you haven't already. You can get it right here just for 10 bucks. You can get cover A, B, or C, whichever you choose to get. We also have Black Rhapsody. Again, more of my style of manga that I like, the black and white, or you can get it in color actually. So they actually have pages of the book in color, I believe, in the update section. Let's see if we scroll down here. I think it's one of these updates here. Yes. So you can see the cover in color, the back in color, the interiors in color. So you can choose to get in black and white or in color. We also have Relentlessly Bullied Hero number 1, which is what I recently backed over on Kickstarter. Something again, more the manga style. I believe it's 95% done. If you want to get in on this, you can go to the link. It'll be in the description of this video, as well as all the other books that I'm showing here will all be linked in the description. This one has 50 hours to go. You can get Super Plumber Sisters 2, as well as book number 1 if you want to catch up on the story. I highly recommend it. It's from Tyler. So now we can get into everything. So first things first, starting off with this weird drawing. This is obviously supposed to be Eric July in a very questionable type of way, showing the Soska sisters as a certain type of way. You kind of get the idea of what this is supposed to be. But we have this individual by the name of J Bomba Fan. I'm sure people have watched me before, and people who haven't watched me before, who are new to the channel. Yeah, this guy is one of those people that go out of their way for attack the Riververse for whatever reason, whatever vendetta he has. It's very weird because he was one of those people who supported it because it was making lots of money and beating out the mainstream as in Marvel and DC. And as soon as a certain creators flip-flopped, he decided to flip-flop as well. So the certain creator had promoted dozens of books that had limited artwork and story. Many turned out to be hot garbage, like ISOM 1 and 2. Once again, for you and everyone else in the back, it's your opinion. You're allowed to have it. That doesn't make it true. You can scream it into the void till you're blue in the face. You saying it's hot garbage will never be a factual statement. And I'm sure you and all the other weirdos online are going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. It's hot garbage. It's all crap. Good for you. That's your opinion. You're allowed to have it. Now move on. Comicsgate supports others, even the less talented. Well, considering that Eric has multiple ventures in the entertainment business, he's more talented than you and that certain creator that you're constantly defending. So I wouldn't talk about talent. Bodybuilding is not a talent. I'm sorry, lifting heavy weights isn't a talent. Sorry to burst your bubble on that one. Godspeed, PTP, and Rip Reverse. So, of course, this is Eric at MegaCon with, I'm assuming, is Patrick Parnell saying he's a grifter backstabbing snake. This person says, I don't really know the whole deal with this. Jay, what is the point of acting like these guys are your enemies? Telling someone doing their predator handshake to go to the gym more triggered you to comment. Dude, I call everyone to go to the gym more, from EVS to Anna Youngklippa to Malin, all in Comicsgate. Now I'm going to start telling you. So he's referring to a picture of Gary and Critical Drinker doing the Predator handshake is what he is referring to. Is a picture right here, shared by Benny Johnson. Shout out to Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, and Benny Johnson. So this is what he's referring to. Y'all need to work out more. Good for you. You need to get a brain more. So, based on feedback, Mad has updated. Mad, come on, guys. It's a show. He's faking outrage. I don't think Az is faking outrage. You don't watch him as a content creator. You just believe he's bad because a certain creator told you he was bad. The same certain creator who called him a zero, and yet he's doing better on YouTube than that certain creator. So, I digress. If you don't watch Nerdrotic, my friends, you're missing out. My favorite follow and Lord of the Fellowship. Gary's so effing cool and humble. This is from, of course, the Saskas. Remember when Gary was against SJWs? Remember when a certain creator was against SJWs, which is something I actually said? That's actually a quote that I said here. Remember when that certain creator was against using SJW tactics? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I'm sure most of y'all know who I'm talking about. Rent free. Unfortunately, this is not S win for you. It's a win. They're pointing out an observation and a piece of art. If it was an attack or opinion, you'd be 100% correct. What you've done in your attempt to discredit this post is to acknowledge it and promote it. You seem to acknowledge that a certain someone is trying to destroy another man's business. I'm trying to supposedly critique, even though he said he liked ISOM 1 and 2 before, or ISOM 1 and was looking forward to 2, and now all of a sudden he's flip-flops because Eric is doing better than said creator at his own craft. This background image was AI drawn, the character was superimposed onto it. First, the vanishing blue point, again, it's just nonsense that a certain creator is putting out there. So, more garbage, essentially, trying to knock down Joe Bennett, because this is drawn by Joe Bennett, right? Just like they were trying to for art, and now they're doing the same thing with this black and white image of the Horsemen, their new book, Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett's new book. To which Bruce tells him, "You have a strange obsession over a black man simply making comics." No, I have problem with his hypocrisy. If Marvel Studios hired these twins to write the live-action Miles Morales movie, you bet your ass he'd be streaming and saying the same thing we are. No, he wouldn't. Because he'll look at their body of work and notice that they have the credentials and the experience to write comic book characters. You idiot. You need to gain some brains for you to figure out why your statements are stupid. You need to figure that out. Love bombing. Suck up to any and everyone. That way, when you F them all over, they'll thank you and ask for more. I'm running a pool for when these twins publicly shame Eric for being an alt-right phobic. Any takers? So the same SJW rhetoric that they've used against people like a certain creator that he likes to love bomb, essentially, right? This is where they came in the strange obsession over a black man making comic books. One builds and generates excitement, works to improve and deliver, says Bruce. Shout out to Bruce, by the way. The other, Spurgs Daily, hasn't fulfilled all AF campaigns and has deep-rooted paranoia that everyone's out to get him. Spurg calling the certain creator Elsa Spurgon, Brucey. Sincerely, Comicsgate. Dude, you don't make comics. You're not Comicsgate. You don't make comics. Stop acting as if you're part of this movement. You don't make comics. Of course, again, the sisters having fun, right? I don't know if this was photoshopped in. This might have been photoshopped in. Thank you so kindly for a lovely... Okay, so it wasn't. It was gifts given to them. Cool. And basically doing this, saying that this is them. Again, going on a spurg. You want to say other people are spurgs, yet you're spurging out about people you've never even met before. Now, I've met them. They were very nice to me and all the other fans that were lined up to see them. They weren't doing anything weird as you like to claim. Our main man George, who watched us all this week and came by Sunday, make sure, okay, good man, very good man. Every picture, they look more and more fake. None of this looks genuine from the SJW twins. Like, you sound so feminine. You sound so feminine. That's how I imagine you sound when you talk. I thought he was security. You can have more than one security guard, dummy. Did you ever think of that? Again, your brain must be so tiny that you can't process that two people or more can be security. You fool. Go look at Jay's timeline and see how he spurgs incessantly about the Saskas and get back to me. Interesting because he doesn't seem to call out these types of people like Pito with his passion. You're referring to a certain creator who, like myself, has called out Pito for making such jokes. Even called out Pito and DM for going after July in the first place, but EJ's response forced me to push ISOM up on my reading list, and well, here we are. Okay, again, your opinion. Strange, J-Boy, you seem more quote-unquote outraged over old political takes from two women than current takes of a man defending these type of disgusting people. It says all we need to know. Yeah, I was encouraged to read and review in defense of Eric. Problem is, and I then read it. Again, you can have an opinion that says you don't like the book. Congratulations, you can move on now. It's not a big deal. These people act as if you can't have terrible opinions from a lot of other people. It's like you all have to think alike. You all think that everyone's going to have the same opinion as you about a book you didn't like. Other opinions, opposite opinions exist. I know your mind is blown, but it is a thing. Can I get some comments? Get truth seekers to post all the SJW trans posts the Soska sisters have done and tag John De La Rose. He says he doesn't know about the issues with them. Thanks, no opinions, just their reposts. So essentially a witch hunt is what you're doing. You're calling for a witch hunt against people you don't even know. People that you've made up in your head, or at least the person you're love bombing, essentially. You've made it up in your head that they are terrible people because your cult leader told you so. That's what it is. Your cult leader told you so, so you think it's true. Congratulations. You're an NPC. You're acting like a leftist. Yes, he is. But the twins are actual leftists. Well, yo, you don't actually know what their opinions are on politics or anything political. You're just using old tweets that don't exist. I'm guessing they don't exist anymore. And again, your opinions can change day to day. Your opinions can literally change overnight. With the Saskas loving everything geeky right now, they're living the meme. Exactly. Gotta finally meet up with the great Mike Barron, Eric July, Critical Drinker, Geeks and Gamers, DJ Cobra, Quarter Black Garrett at the Riververse booth, among others at the MegaCon. At MegaCon, it was a good time. Hey Vaughn, did you get a pic with the twins? Like, what is wrong with you? You like to claim that Bruce is spurging? No, he's running defense as a fan, right? That's what fans do. They give their opinions, and you're out here spurging for days now. So this is from February 4th. I believe I showed February 3rd. We are now at February 7th, and you're still talking about the Saskas. MegaCon is over. It's been over for a couple days now, and you're still spurging about it. So who's the real spurg here? It's you. The lack of self-awareness. Soska say, good morning and thank you to everyone who came out to MegaCon to support the Riververse. Meeting many of you from online was so cool. Y'all are the salt of the earth. Extra pictures from these twins. So you have Christanova, Stephanie, you have Eric July, Carolyn, you got Mike Barron, of course, X-Ray Girl, right? Just casually taking pictures with the Soska sisters, and you're out here spurging over other people having fun. You sound like you have no life. You sound like this is your life now. You sound like this is your life now. You're out here spurging about people having fun. You are very, very insecure in yourself. Clearly. It still goes on. Chuckins in the chat. Chuckins on the chat. Again, learn how to spell. We're on the internet. Learn how to spell. Even got this weird chick. Man, I so busy. You mean I'm so busy? With all this juicy content. Keep crying, fellas. I see you. So, again, two individuals having fun on a live stream called Ripping the Silverback. This was today. So, what exactly are you doing? What content are you exactly getting? Remember, this is the same person that said LG, shout out, was a creep. Likes to call people creeps, likes to beg people to get on their live streams, and is doing the exact thing these people are doing, drama farming. Because that's all they have is drama farming. This post was made 56 minutes ago, as of the recording of this video. Countdown to it's average, then anger for paying that much for these books. Well, this book is $20. Printed on better paper, better binding than your average Marvel book with like 20 something pages with like 6 ads for $6. Still better than current Marvel. ISOM 2, 35 bucks. Again, printed on better paper. This is actually a 116 page book. And the binding is better. And you'll actually get your book undamaged for the most part. Most people, I would say 99% of people got books undamaged, which is something they like to complain about when people say, oh, great shipping, because I'm sure those people have experienced getting shipped books to them damaged. So they're appreciative of the work that goes into packaging their items so they arrive safely. But here we go. Carlin says, I'm finally back home and my notifications be hopping. If Elon Musk wants to help with this team up to see what's possible against the Bracer Group and or limited run games, I'm all ears. It's Miss Piggy and her wine on, or Miss Piggy and her special needs daughter. Bro, you are special needs. You are special ed. You are special everything. Okay? You're, again, spurging out about people having fun. Yet the garbage content that comes out of your crappy podcast is what you consider funny. Your podcast is dog shit. It's boring to watch. And you're out here spurging about two women taking a picture together. Two women that are more popular than your ass. So, who yelled at whom at Star Wars Go's wedding? I will be conducting a full investigation. Again, spurging out more people you don't care about. So at the end of the day, Jay Obama needs to find a hobby, needs to figure out what he can change in his own life, because clearly he's not getting enough loving at home from his supposed wife. And he's out here spurging about people he's never even met. People just simply having fun. People just simply taking photos with other people. It's a very weird obsession. It's a very weird individual we've got here, as well as Buster Baxter being an absolute a-hole about literally everything. So it goes to show that no matter what Eric's company does, no matter what Eric's employees do, no matter what Eric himself does, there will always be these types that will simply cry and moan and complain and bitch about everything. So I think that's all I've got for you all today. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this type of content, hit the like button, comment below how you feel about all of this, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream on this channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.